The Edge at 11 starts now.
And we begin the Edge tonight with breaking news out of Troy. A 9-year-old boy in critical condition after an accidental shooting. It happened this afternoon at a home on Crooks. Now, sources tell Fox 2 the family called 911 claiming the child had fallen. But when officers arrived, they discovered he had been shot in the face. The boy was rushed to the hospital and underwent emergency surgery. Troy police confirm they recovered a handgun inside the home.
At this point, we're investigating this as an accidental shooting, trying to figure out how exactly this 9-year-old boy got possession of this handgun inside the residence and who it actually belongs to from the house. Just a really, unfortunate and tragic event, and a reminder for anyone that has weapons inside their home where there's children present to make sure that those are locked up.
Police say the boy's mother was home at the time of the shooting. Stay with Fox 2 for updates. Also tonight, a sad scene outside the Detroit Job Corps Center after it was unexpectedly shut down.
This program trains young people for their future, and now many of them who lived on the campus have nowhere to go. Where are you going to go?
I don't know. I tried making a few calls, trying to figure out something, but as of so far, there's nothing that's solid ground.
18-year-old Cameron is dazed. His son, reality, he has no place to live.
Where are your parents?
One is in jail, the other is dead.
He lived at Detroit Job Corps on Detroit's west side, a career training facility for young people. A sad scene. Friday afternoon, dozens lugged garbage bags full of their belongings, some into their parents' trunks, and others, well, they didn't have anywhere to go.
The staff, they had us go to the wreck at about 1:30, and they broke the news to us, and they had us go to the dorms, pack our stuff.
The staff on site would not say a word to us, but sources tell us it was shut down after recent cuts at the Department of Labor, which oversees the program.
I didn't want him to be a statistic, so I wanted him to be focused and get his education.
16-year-old Carlton Davis lived here, and his mom recently lost their house, and there's more.
I have breast cancer surgery next week, so now I'm debating having my surgery canceled so I can make sure my son is okay.
I'm livid. I am livid. I cannot believe this.
Community activist Pastor Mo trying to help out here after getting calls from frantic mothers. He's worried about the short and long-term solutions for these kids.
The ones who are trying to get it right. This is why I'm so pissed off. These are not kids are in a youth home who got caught in a crime. These are kids who are trying to avoid getting caught in a crime.
So I put this on social media a couple of hours ago, got some messages from employees now and former employees. They say they're not surprised by this, and they're questioning how this was run financially. So while the Department of Labor has not responded, maybe that sheds some light on why they were targeted in these recent cuts.
But still, in the meantime, you heard from that mother with the breast cancer surgery coming up. What are these people going to do? Hopefully some foundations or organizations can come to the rescue, because our hearts go out to them for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to stay on top of it, so stay tuned next week. I'll look into it some more.
Good. Okay, thanks. Well, SWAT teams escorting a man out of an Allen Park gas station in handcuffs after an hours-long standoff tonight.
Police say the suspect had barricaded himself inside with a big knife. Fox 2's Dave Kinchin explains what may have triggered the scary situation.
The busy traffic now has returned here in Allen Park, Allen Road, and Southfield. This gas station just saw police go in and retrieve a suspect in there who was armed with a knife for several hours. Now it's the investigation that has to begin. The video is simply intense. Downriver mutual aid and tactical gear barging into this Allen Park marathon, getting to a suspect armed with a large knife. According to detectives, he was locked inside the gas station for nearly 6 hours, shocking the community, including Karim, a cashier who had first-hand contact with the man in distress.
Suddenly he came in, very scary. Maybe someone like chasing him or something. The cop told me to lock my door, my cashier door. And there is another guy work with me and try to calm down. He doesn't know what happened. I told him there is a cop outside. Talk about like they give me 3 weeks. I don't know what happened, but it doesn't seem like a fight or something. 3 weeks. Some financial problem, I guess.
Another man says he gave the suspect some water before he and 2 others made it out safely.
He's scared, very scared. He want to open the door in the back. I'm not having a door in the back. He want to leave. He cried. He very mad. He very scared.
Police say it all started at the McDonald's across the street when the suspect showed up to the drive-thru area at what they call a suspicious incident while having a mental health crisis. Witnesses say he then ran across the highway with the knife, entered the gas station, and let everyone out before locking himself inside. As that investigation continues, police say the biggest thing is making sure this individual gets the help he needs, and that's what they're going to be focused on right now. In Allen Park, Dave Kinchin on The Edge.
Just really shocking because, we're, 50 yards from, or parked 50 yards from where it happened.
A suspect has been arrested after a shooting this afternoon at the Meridian Mall just outside of Lansing. Police say a 19-year-old woman from Lansing has been taken into custody. It happened around 1:30 in the parking lot outside Dick's Sporting Goods. Police say 2 people were shot and those involved left the scene before police arrived. Investigators are still working to determine a motive here.
A moment of celebration quickly turns into terror when gunshots ring out at a senior prom send-off on Detroit's east side. Now, Detroit police say it happened in the parking lot of Martin Luther King High School around 8:30 Thursday night. One man had been taking photos and videos of students decked out in their dresses and suits when about 20 shots rang out.
Hectic, scary. I didn't know where to run. Kids flying out of here in all type of cars. Traffic everywhere. Police was just sitting there. I mean, it was a secure area, but it just turned crazy like a movie real quick.
Well, thankfully, nobody was hurt. Police say they're looking for this person, though, and they're a person of interest in connection to the shooting. If you recognize him, call Detroit police.
It's been horrible. We've lived here without any heat. It took over a year and a half for us to get a working stove.
Some Ypsilanti residents say they've been living in nasty conditions for years with mold, insects, and vermin running rampant at Arbor One Apartments on Green Road. Now a judge ordering the landlord to make repairs while also helping people relocate if they want. We reached out to the company that manages the apartments. Beal Property says it will work with the landlord to follow the judge's orders.
Former Michigan Speaker of the House Lee Chatfield has been bound over to stand trial on embezzlement charges along with his wife. Chatfield is accused of misusing state, campaign, and nonprofit money to enrich himself during his time in office. He's facing multiple felony charges and could face up to 20 years in prison if convicted. His wife Stephanie will stand trial on 2 related felonies.
Tonight, thousands more people in the Canadian province of Manitoba are expected to evacuate due to those wildfires. You see, several communities are under threat from the fires, and much of central and western Canada remain under extreme fire danger. Manitoba's premier telling folks to, quote, pray for rain this weekend.
Incredible images there.
Unbelievably scary. And the smoke from these fires now making its way to Michigan, prompting an air quality alert.
Yeah, Stephanie is standing by with a closer look at what it means for us.
Yeah, so we do have that air quality alert in play for the next 6.5 hours or so. So it does expire at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. We really didn't have huge issues with it, at least earlier this evening locally. But I do think tomorrow morning, if you're up out and about and you're kind of sensitive to smoke within the atmosphere, if you have asthma, this is something that you kind of have to pay attention to. But it should expire and it should get a lot better as we head through the day tomorrow as winds shift out of the north with this cold front passing through. Quiet look right now. Downtown Detroit, temperatures right now hovering in the 50s pretty much across the lower half of the state. 54 in Bad Axe, 55 in Port Huron, 59 in the city of Detroit, 57 in Lansing right now. So overall, as a whole, not bad. And those showers quickly moved in and quickly moved out. So we're really not looking at a whole lot in terms of moisture around. There might be a sprinkle here and there, but nothing really heavy or steady. A lot of that stuff is well east of us. Temperatures to the rest of this evening and into the overnight will fall through the 50s. I do think we bottom out at 52 tonight. Early tomorrow morning, it should be mainly dry. There's just going to be a lot of cloud cover around. Also breezy conditions too. Winds are going to be probably the only issue we see with tomorrow's forecast. Breezy through the afternoon hours. By noon, we should be in the mid 60s. So not bad if you have any plans to head downtown for the Grand Prix this weekend. 70 degrees rather by 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Now, luckily, we're only going up as we head through this upcoming weekend. So by Sunday, we should be at 73. Overall, a really perfect day. And then we're warming up Monday with highs in the upper 70s. 70s. With that too, we see mainly dry conditions. So really rain is not going to be an issue for us to wrap the month of May, heading into the first day or two of June. And then by Wednesday, that's when we see our next potential for a few showers. With that too comes some heat. Temps should be in the 80s, mid 80s for some spots Tuesday into Wednesday. With that too, we do increase humidity, but nothing too oppressive. Overnight lows will be in the 60s. Daytime highs by the end of the week will cool to near seasonal with most in the mid 70s with shower chances lingering through about Friday. Taryn and Jess.
Thank you, Stephanie. Well, the biggest party in town is downtown. It is the 2025 Chevrolet Detroit Grand Prix.
Day one of the Grand Prix, also known as Free Prix Day, is in the books. Fox News' Lauren Edwards was there.
Grand Prix was fantastic. A lot of beautiful cars, a lot of old cars, very beautiful interiors, all amazing.
Drivers, start your engines. Fans, get on your feet. The Grand Prix has descended on downtown Detroit. Thousands of people are already loving it.
Wonderful, loving it. The weather's good and everything, so just enjoying myself. I'll be back tomorrow.
Oh, great. My son, he's really into cars. Got a bunch of little Hot Wheel cars and everything, so we figured we'd bring him down just to check them all out.
The fun kicked off Friday, folks filling the fan zones, and while they were having fun, drivers got to work practicing. Ford Sebastian Prio, the 2024 GTD Pro event winner in Detroit, says he's ready to go.
Just a street track, you know, it's nice to be something different rather than just a road course. It's really tight, you know, and very tight 90-degree corners. You can see the city, you know, it's really, really cool. So, I mean, I'm enjoying it here.
The highlight, though, of day one was the cruise night presented by the Detroit Auto Show. Over 100 hot rods, muscle cars, classic rides did a lap on the 1.7-mile, 9-turn circuit.
Well, I see a lot of old cars I used to see when I'm originally from Louisiana. So I see a lot of cars back in the 60s I used to ride, drive, and have fun with them. It's nice to see that.
The fun continues all weekend long till Sunday's IndyCar Grand Prix race. Fans already making plans to return.
Definitely got to come back. I love this experience, and I really hope, you know, Detroit could host more of these. It's amazing for the city.
Again, the Grand Prix fun continues all weekend long, and it's leading up to the big race, which starts at 12:30 on Fox 2. Reporting in downtown Detroit, Lauren Edwards on The Edge.
Parking is at a premium this weekend with about 150,000 people expected to roll into the Motor City. The only parking garage open within the venue is the Franklin Garage, and that's between Franklin and Woodbridge. But those spots are limited, and you need a Grand Prix ticket to buy a garage pass. There are other places to park, though, like nearby lots or on side streets, but city officials say be careful.
Park legally, pay attention to signage, whether it's at a meter or if it's in a parking lot, make sure that it's a legitimate parking lot by the signage that's on the parking lot. But also, if you have questions of whether a spot is legal, don't park in there. Also, pay attention. There's temporary signage that's up for the event that's put out by the police department. So just take your time and make sure that you are not in a space that is not able to be parked in.
Officials recommend downloading the Park Detroit app to find spots.
And don't forget, we're giving you an exclusive look at the Detroit Grand Prix this year with a multi-view stream. Our cameras will take you to the race where you can watch warm-ups, practice, time trials, plus the race, all for free starting tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning. It's all streaming live on Fox Local. Download it on your phone or smart TV.